Hi, everyone. I'm Sophie, and welcome to our English Learning Podcast. It's so nice to have you here with us today.
And I'm Daniel. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Sophie, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Daniel. Thank you. I had a lovely morning walk, and I'm feeling full of energy. How about you?
I'm good too. I had my coffee, so I'm ready to talk.
Perfect. Before we start, just a quick reminder to our listeners. If you enjoy learning English with us, please like, subscribe, and share this podcast with your friends. It really helps others find our show.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much to everyone who's been listening and sending us kind messages. We love hearing from you.
We really do. So, Daniel, today's topic is quite special. We're going to talk about something many people know but don't always practice: forgiveness.
Oh, yes. That's a beautiful topic. Forgiveness can be hard sometimes, but it's so important, both in life and language learning, I think.
That's an interesting comparison. But you're right. Just like we need patience when learning English, we also need patience when forgiving someone.
Exactly. And since our theme today is Learn English with the Bible, Jesus teaches about forgiveness, we'll also explore what Jesus said about forgiveness and how we can use those ideas in our daily lives and in our English practice too.
That's right. So let's begin with something simple. Daniel, when you hear the word forgiveness, what comes to your mind?
I think of letting go. For example, when someone hurts me and I feel angry, forgiveness means I choose to let go of that anger.
Yes, that's a lovely way to say it. To let go. That's a great phrase for our listeners to remember. Can you repeat that example again slowly for them?
Of course, when someone hurts me, I choose to let go of my anger.
Perfect. That's a sentence you can try repeating, dear listeners. It's short but very meaningful.
Sophie, do you remember any story from the Bible where Jesus talks about forgiveness?
Oh, yes. There's one that comes to mind. The story where Peter asks Jesus, "How many times should I forgive someone who sins against me?" And Jesus says, not 7 times, but 70 times 7.
That's right. I love that one. It means that forgiveness has no limit. We should keep forgiving again and again.
Exactly. And that can be difficult, right? In real life, when someone hurts us, maybe a friend or a family member, forgiving them doesn't always feel easy.
Oh yes, I know that feeling. Sometimes we think, why should I forgive? They don't deserve it. But then, forgiveness is really not about the other person. It's about freeing ourselves.
Beautifully said, Daniel. Forgiveness gives peace to our heart. It helps us move on.
So true. And maybe our listeners can try this sentence. I forgive you, not because it's easy, but because I want peace in my heart.
That's a great practice sentence. It's powerful and simple.
Thank you. I think language learners can learn both English and life lessons at the same time.
Yes, that's our goal here. So we've talked about what forgiveness means and why it's important. Next, we'll talk about how forgiveness can change our relationships at home, at work, or even with ourselves.
I like that idea, Sophie. Sometimes forgiving ourselves is the hardest part.
Absolutely. Let's explore that next. So, Daniel, as we were saying, sometimes forgiving ourselves can be even harder than forgiving others, right?
Oh yes, definitely. When we make a mistake, we often keep thinking about it again and again. We feel guilty, or we say to ourselves, I should have done better.
Exactly. And that guilt can stay with us for a long time. But if we want to grow in life and in learning, we need to forgive ourselves.
That's true. I like to remind myself that nobody is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Even when learning English, we make a lot of small mistakes, right?
Oh, yes, all the time. I still make them sometimes too. But the key is to keep going. Maybe we can give our listeners a little example?
Sure. Here's one. I made a mistake, but I learned something new.
That's a perfect one to repeat. Let's say it together, slowly. I made a mistake, but I learned something new.
Nice. So, listeners, when you make a grammar or pronunciation mistake, don't feel bad. Forgive yourself and keep practicing.
Yes, forgiveness helps you relax and learn faster. When we're too hard on ourselves, we stop enjoying the process.
Exactly. I remember one student I had, Maria. She used to feel so bad every time she made a small error. One day I told her, Maria, every mistake is a step forward.
That's such a great teacher line, Daniel.
Thank you. And after that, she started smiling when she made mistakes. She would say, It's okay, I'm learning.
That's the spirit we need. Forgive, smile, and move forward.
So we've talked about forgiving ourselves. What about forgiving others, like family or friends? That's sometimes even harder.
Oh, yes, especially when someone close to us says something hurtful. Let's imagine a simple example for our listeners.
Okay, let's say your friend forgot your birthday. You feel hurt and think, they don't care about me.
Right. But maybe they were just busy or they forgot by accident. Instead of staying angry, you can say something like, I felt sad, but I forgive you.
Exactly. That's another useful sentence. I felt sad, but I forgive you.
Short, simple, and very kind.
And forgiving doesn't always mean forgetting. It means choosing peace instead of anger.
Yes, and peace is something we all need. It's like Jesus said, forgive and you will be forgiven.
That's one of my favorite verses. It shows that forgiveness is a two-way street. When we forgive others, we open our hearts to receive forgiveness too.
I love that. And I think forgiveness can also make relationships stronger. When someone apologizes and we forgive them, it builds trust.
Exactly. It's like repairing a bridge. It may take time, but the bridge becomes stronger after it's rebuilt.
That's a beautiful image, Daniel. So maybe we can share a few more simple phrases about forgiveness that our listeners can use in daily life.
Good idea. Let's do that. Here are a few examples. I'm sorry for what I did.
It's okay, I forgive you.
Let's start again.
I don't want to be angry anymore.
Those are wonderful. Let's repeat them together, slowly, so everyone can practice.
Sure, I'm sorry for what I did.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Let's start again.
I don't want to be angry anymore.
Great job, everyone.
And remember, you can write these sentences in your notebook and practice them with a friend.
That's right. You can even use them in other situations, at work, at school, or with family.
Yes, because forgiveness is something we all need in daily life. And in the next part, we'll talk about why forgiveness feels so powerful and how it can change your heart and your happiness.
Ooh, that's going to be deep. I can't wait.
Me neither. So stay with us. We'll continue right after this short break.
Talking about forgiveness, what it means, how to forgive ourselves, and how to forgive others. Now, let's go a little deeper and talk about why forgiveness is so powerful.
Yes, because forgiveness doesn't just help our relationships, it also changes how we feel inside. When we forgive, we feel lighter, calmer, and more peaceful.
Exactly. You know, Daniel, I once read that forgiveness can even improve your health. People who forgive often sleep better and feel less stress.
Really? That makes sense. When we hold anger in our hearts, it's like carrying a heavy bag all day. But when we forgive, it's like putting that bag down.
That's such a great image. Maybe our listeners can imagine that. Every time you forgive, you let go of one heavy stone from your bag.
I love that. It's like saying, I choose peace over pain.
Ooh, that's a great line. Let's repeat it slowly for everyone. I choose peace over pain.
Beautiful and simple. And you can use it in many situations, when you're upset or when you want to calm down.
Yes. And I think forgiveness also teaches us empathy, the ability to understand how others feel.
Exactly. Sometimes when we forgive someone, we realize that they were also going through something difficult.
That's true. Maybe they didn't mean to hurt us. Maybe they were sad, tired, or afraid.
And that's where understanding comes in. We can say, I understand you. I forgive you.
That's another great phrase to practice. I understand you. I forgive you.
Yes, and it can be very powerful if you say it with sincerity.
You know, Daniel, sometimes people think forgiveness means weakness, like you're letting the other person win. But that's not true, right?
Not at all. Forgiveness actually shows strength. It takes courage to let go of anger and choose peace.
That's so true. It's much easier to stay angry than to forgive. But the strongest people are the ones who can forgive and move on.
Exactly. I remember something Jesus said when he was on the cross. Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing.
That's one of the most powerful examples of forgiveness ever. Even in his pain, Jesus chose to forgive.
Yes, and that teaches us that forgiveness is not just for others, it's also for our own hearts.
I think this is a good moment to give our listeners a few reflection sentences they can repeat or write down.
Great idea. Let's share a few. I choose to forgive even when it's hard. Forgiveness brings me peace. I can understand others with kindness. Letting go helps me feel free.
Those are lovely. Let's repeat them together, slowly. I choose to forgive even when it's hard. Forgiveness brings me peace. I can understand others with kindness. Letting go helps me feel free.
Very nice. And listeners, you can practice these sentences in the morning. They can really change the way you start your day.
Yes, I do that sometimes. It's like a little morning meditation.
Same here. And if you're learning English, saying these sentences aloud helps you with pronunciation and confidence too.
That's right. Forgiveness helps the heart, and practice helps the language.
I love that combination. So now we've explored why forgiveness is powerful for your heart, your health, and your peace. But before we end, let's talk about how you can practice forgiveness every day, even in small ways.
Oh, I like that. Small acts of forgiveness can make a big difference.
Exactly. Let's dive into that next. How to live with forgiveness in daily life.
So, Daniel, let's talk about how we can practice forgiveness every day, not just in big moments, but in small, everyday situations.
Yes, because forgiveness isn't only about big arguments or deep pain. It's also about little things that happen all the time, like when someone is late or when a coworker forgets to say thank you.
Exactly. Those small moments can build up, but if we learn to forgive quickly, we stay happier.
Right. For example, when someone cuts you off in traffic, instead of getting angry, you can say to yourself, it's okay. Maybe they're in a hurry.
Yes, that's such a simple change in mindset, but it helps a lot. It's like training your heart to stay calm.
I like that, training your heart. Just like we train our body by exercising, we can train our heart by forgiving.
That's a great way to see it. And you know, when we practice small acts of forgiveness, we become stronger when bigger challenges come.
Exactly. So let's give our listeners a few easy examples they can try today.
Sure, here are a few ideas. When someone forgets to reply to your message, forgive them. When a family member speaks harshly, forgive and speak kindly back. When you make a small mistake, forgive yourself and try again.
Those are really good examples. They sound simple, but they make a big difference in your peace of mind.
Absolutely. Forgiveness is a daily habit, a little act of kindness you can give yourself and others.
And it also helps your English. Because when you use these real-life examples, you practice expressing emotions in English.
That's true. You can even keep a forgiveness journal in English. Every evening, write one sentence. Today, I forgave someone. Or, today, I chose peace.
Oh, I really love that idea, Sophie. It's great for both emotional growth and language practice.
Thank you. And listeners, remember, Even a small sentence can have a big power, like, I forgive myself, or I choose peace.
Those are perfect daily affirmations. So before we close today's episode, let's review some of the key vocabulary and expressions we learned.
Great idea. Let's go through them together. First, to let go, which means to release something, especially negative feelings.
Right. So then we have to move on. It means to continue with your life after something difficult.
And also, I forgive you, a simple but powerful phrase to use in real conversations.
Yes, and we also said, I choose peace over pain. That one's really meaningful.
Absolutely. And finally, let's start again, which is a gentle way to rebuild a relationship or restart a conversation.
Those are all great to write down and practice.
Yes, you can try using one of these phrases today, even if it's just to forgive yourself for something small.
That's a beautiful challenge. So, listeners, which phrase will you use today? Tell us in the comments or send us a message. We love reading your thoughts.
We really do. And remember, if you enjoyed today's episode, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's learning English too.
Yes, sharing helps others discover our podcast and join this amazing community.
Thank you all so much for spending this time with us. Keep practicing kindness, forgiveness, and of course, your English.
Exactly, because every small word and every small act of forgiveness makes the world a little better.
Beautifully said, Daniel. And with that, we'll see you next time on our English Learning Podcast.
Take care, everyone, and remember, peace begins with you.
Bye for now.